Happy Thanksgiving! It is Thanksgiving today. I am excited. We get lots of food, football, spending time with family. I love it. And did I mention the food? Yes, it is Thanksgiving today. I am super duper excited. In fact, straight up, that is my high for today. My low? I guess the fact I got a late start this morning. Well, to be honest, I wanted to clean up my apartment a little bit, and I slept in too, so yeah, there you go. That's my low for today. But, you know, that's fine. And my act of kindness was last night I spent the evening with, my parents. Well, really my mom came back from work later, but so I very much just spent the evening with my father. And, I helped set up and clear the table and put all the dishes in the dishwasher away, stuff like that. So, oh, and I also brought the garbage cans in too because Wednesday is garbage day. So, garbage day is a very dangerous day. Anyway, good morning and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. It is also Thursday Thanksgiving. Very much makes sense. I'm sure people are anxiously waiting for the time you can have your turkey and stuffing and mashed potatoes and all sorts of sides and hors d'oeuvres. I'm excited myself. So, what are my plans for today? Well, for starters, here's the thing. My family isn't getting together until around 3 o'clock this afternoon. That's when hors d'oeuvres start. So really, I'm just, killing time here in my apartment. Nothing really too strenuous or bizarre or whatever, just chilling. I'm literally just chilling right here. Chilling like a villain, man. That's how we do. Anyway, right. So, gosh, where do you even begin? This Thanksgiving is going to be a first because, believe it or not, my brother is actually hosting Thanksgiving, this is very different for a lot of us, including myself, but that's what makes it more exciting. And I've talked about my brother before. I talked about like some of the things we've done over the years as, brothers and, we're brothers. Of course we rag on each other. It's what we do. I mean, seriously, you ask anyone with a brother or sister and they will tell you they rank on each other all the time. But it's out of love, and that's awesome. And hey, Thanksgiving is a day of family, day of love. Makes sense. So I talked about how my brother is sort of a private person. That's why I don't really, talk about him much or really show any photos of him or his wife or my nephews. That's just not what he is. And I respect that. And I try and respect that. But when I heard that he actually wanted to host Thanksgiving, it legitimately shocked me. Because, they've hosted company before. Sure, we just had a party at his place for my twin nephews turning 2 years old. So hosting, a party really isn't that unheard of. But not only do you have all the guests from that party, but you also have several other guests in my family as well. So you're looking at around, by my count, around 15, 16 people. They've never really hosted a crowd that big before. And it does kind of worry me a little bit because the way their house is set up, there's only one really big, decent sized table, and that's probably where they're either gonna have the dinner there or where everyone's gonna sit. I don't know. I'm sure they'll have something figured out. But if you missed my Mom Food Chronicles video last year on Thanksgiving, part 1 and 2, this is definitely, I can't really say this is a repeat of that video because that video already exists, but, it's Thanksgiving, it's mom food, and it's arguably some of the best mom food, period. And it's especially called mom food because this is the time of year where everyone is returning home for the holiday. Spending time with family, being far away, college students are going home, and Thanksgiving is the big meal before that they have, that their family makes, and they feel loved again. Not that they didn't lose love or whatever, but they have a place to come home to and feel all the love and warmth in the air. Oh, it's wonderful. I guess if Thanksgiving's past, and I did post this photo on my Facebook the other day, I guess I could quickly talk about one of the best Thanksgivings I ever had was, believe it or not, back when I was at Trinity Pauling. Now, I want to make one thing clear. I went home for, Thanksgiving. In fact, believe it or not, Thanksgiving break at Trinity Pauling began right after the last day of finals. Yes, I actually had a final. Here's the Trinity Pauling had their finals in both the fall and the spring, but if you were a senior and your grades were good, you didn't have to do it in the spring. So all of my finals are in the fall. And I'll never forget the last final I took, which was actually environmental studies. That was when we had it in the barn. And I believe this was a Tuesday. It was either a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I forget. Or, no, it would have been Tuesday because Wednesday, Thursday, because you get 5 days off of school. And it really wouldn't work if, you didn't get that one extra day off, It wouldn't feel right. So, I'll never forget when, I finished taking my environmental studies final. I honestly, don't ask what grade I got on that because I have no idea. Honestly, of all my finals, the only grade I remember getting was like a 95 on my functional analysis and trigonometry final, which I had taken several days before. Actually, what Trinity Pauling did was really neat. They actually started because I believe their finals lasted about a week and a half, at least for the fall trimester. And they started like on Wednesday or something. And I believe I took the functional analysis and trigonometry final on that Friday. Maybe. Before we went home for the break, obviously. But, yeah, that was just a new experience. It was legit my first time. I'm like, wow, I'm actually going to be coming home for Thanksgiving, only to immediately go back to school, a couple days from that. I don't know. It was weird. It was different, but as time moved on and, I went to college and stuff, at Gettysburg College, like, I got used to the idea, like, I'm home for a couple days. I'll relax, enjoy myself, I've been working hard. This is my time to be with, my family, and, that's all there is to it. And I'll be honest, I'll also never forget how stressed out I was, because this is back when I wrestled as well. And, Thanksgiving is not wrestling friendly. It is not, especially if you're trying to make weight. Not that I had trouble making weight or anything. It's just like, yeah, you always just like gotta worry, Like, you're surrounded by other people who are constantly worried about their weight that you kind of have to think in the back of your head, I should probably be worried too. Or try and, eat right, And, I did. I did pretty well for, back when I wrestled at Trinity Pauling. I went to nationals for wrestling, so, I lost horribly, although my first match I lost in like the worst possible way. Like, the kid did something really dirty to me, and not only did the ref not call, but because I was in so much pain when it happened, I couldn't move and I got pinned. Not good. I would explain what it was, but that may require saying some things that are not age appropriate. Let's just say what the kid did to me involved yanking of some kind. I'll let you process that, I guess. Well, that's something to talk about on Thanksgiving, huh? But, as per tradition, I'm going to be spending my Thanksgiving with my family. I love doing that. And, it's Thanksgiving. It's mom's food. It's mom food. Even if it's not necessarily made by your mom, some things are probably made by your mom or your aunt or maybe your father or brother or sister, someone making the food, chances are it's going to be really good. And I think that's why there's always a stronger emphasis on having stuff that's more homemade than pre-made at like a restaurant or something. And that's the fact that, like, above all else, family are the people in your life who love you and therefore you can trust the most. So I can trust the fact that I'm going to be having a very lovely meal made by members of my family, and I will be happy and I will be able to relax And I'll spend it with the ones that I love and cherish the most in life. And that's really what matters. Of course, now I have to play the waiting game because we're not getting together until around like 3 o'clock this afternoon. So what am I going to do for 5.5 hours? Well, I'll probably make myself a little bit of breakfast, a little warm up, a pregame before the main event, Thanksgiving, everything. So I'll probably do that. After that, I'll just get changed and ready to go. And I am wearing my football jersey today, and I do believe I have some NFL picks to make. So let's get started, shall we? Okay, let's see here. Oh yeah, before I forget, I completely forgot that there's a new episode of Hot Ones today. I'll definitely watch today's new episode of Hot Ones. It features Rob Lowe. Yeah, I like Rob Lowe. I only really knew about Rob Lowe from those old commercials he did where like, hi, I'm Rob Lowe, and I have, I have a direct TVT, and I'm creepy looking Rob Lowe, and I have, cable or something like that, or however it went, I don't know. Let's see if I can find the NFL pick show. I know that my Cowboys play against the Raiders. I'm picking the Cowboys no matter what. I actually have my keyboard. I'm holding my keyboard like upside down from my point of view. And I don't have any internet at the moment. Let me fix something here real quick. Hold on. But speaking of Rob Lowe, I do like Rob Lowe. And you know what? I do have to point out one thing about Rob Lowe's career because he actually played one character that I don't think really gets enough love from a series that honestly is only underrated because of how the way Disney marketed the show. Because, no kidding, Rob Lowe is actually the voice of Simba from The Lion King. Specifically, this one show called The Lion Guard, Return of the Roar, where Simba actually has a son named Kion, and he's the leader of the Lion Guard. It's a little confusing. All I know is that Rob Lowe was the voice of Simba. So, there you go. And, not gonna lie, I prefer Rob Lowe over Matthew Broderick. Seriously, Rob Lowe actually has a presence to him as Simba. No kidding. Okay, so Bears and Lions. I'm picking the Bears. Cowboys, Raiders. Picking the Cowboys, obviously. And tonight is the Bills and Saints. Let's go, Buffalo. So there you go. The Bears, Cowboys, Saints. There you go. Those are my 3 NFL picks today. Hopefully I'm 3 for 3 because I've actually been not doing so well lately in terms of how many I've been getting right and wrong, but we'll just have to see now, won't we? I guess I could talk about a little bit more of the Lion Guard. So apparently, Simba, outside of Kiara from Lion King 2, has no son named Kion, and Kion is supposed to be the leader of the Lion Guard because he's not meant to be, king or whatever or something, and basically, the Lion Guard is this group of supposed to be lions, but Kion made different animals because basically made up of his friends and different animal friends, and it's supposed to contain the bravest, the fastest, the strongest, the fiercest, which is Kion is supposed to be, and the keenest of sights, right? And it's called Return of the Roar because Kion goes this massive roar, the clouds look like lions in the roaring. It's actually really cool. Seriously, Return of the Roar actually did not look like that bad of a show. It was just marketed on Disney Junior when it should have been marketed toward a slightly older audience. Not that it matters to me because I only watch the absolute most important parts of the show. Seriously, Scar comes back, and he's not voiced by Jeremy Irons. Although, there's actually a really interesting theory because Scar was actually the original leader of the Lion Guard. But then he used that mighty roar that, the one I just mentioned, the one with the clouds and it looks like lions over and they roar or whatever. He used the roar for evil and then he lost the power, which I have a theory about that. After he did that and lost the power of the roar, that's when he sounded like Jeremy Irons. So there you go. That's the one theory I have from that show anyway. And in a lot of ways, it makes sense. And no kidding, you actually get the origin story of how Scar actually got his scar. So what was his name before that? I don't know. But I'm getting sidetracked. We have Rob Lowe and Hot Ones today for a Thanksgiving episode. Cannot wait. I'm spending Thanksgiving with my family today. Cannot wait for that either. Let's rock. Like, favorite, share, the subscribe button. Follow me, subscribe to me. Remember your home. Leave this video for you guys want to enjoy for you. Wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. And remember, you want to talk to Chris Beetle and see you back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.